Hello. I'm having a great day. So, hello, it is. I'm not Min Kobayashi anymore. I'm really excited. That's what I say when I don't know what I say. Hello, guys. I am feeling very foolish right now because I've wanted like alive libraries and stuff like that for a really long time and just didn't realize that there was any around here until I literally realized that this beautiful one. There's a car, I feel self-conscious. Right here. Yeah, this is, like, you can practically see my house here. It's on a different road that I never take because it's a side road and I'm on the main road, but I'm really foolish. Also, I love my little town that I never drive around because it's all these really old houses. There's a bar in town that, like, has a map from when it was actually Berlin, and you can see my corner from, like, 1912, and it's really, really cute. And I love supporting Canadian authors and local, like, little free libraries, and there's a bunch, and I think that I'm gonna go on a scavenger hunt and try to collect all the little, like, things and kind of see what I can do. And I might, like, return some of the random books that I have that have been given to me that I don't want. Hello, this is my check-in. It is right in the morning of July 22nd, and I have dilemmas. I've been trying to film the POC of that thing for so long, and I cannot focus. I've been laughing hysterically. It is so humorous. Hilarity ensues. I'm not drunk. I have no alcohol in me. I think that it's just it's so hot here, and I haven't ate a lot that, like, it's acting as if I'm drunk. But it's fun. Hello, I'm Kira the Scrivener. Hello, I'm Kira the Scrivener, and today we're doing it. This is like the 1,020 million times to the power of 77 take. I cannot get my words straight, and I'm sorry. This is the, like, last take. See, the laughing is happening. This is too tired. Anyways, we're celebrating the fact that I'm not representing anything. My fellow hosts this year will be Justin from not from Storied Life. He's from Ghost Reader. I kept on being like Ghost King, Ghost Troll. It's not his name. I've said his name so many times in previous videos. Anyways, yeah. Justin from Storied Life. This is a dark day in the history. Yeah. There is not all powerfulness. So because I'm wearing makeup, I should actually vlog. I don't know if this is a vlog that is actually going to go well, but we're gonna try to put it together. I've already read 23 books in July because determined my bullet journal. And I have not talked about them, but we can talk about them very briefly going into this. I had some goals, mostly to read like 20 books, and I had the things, and the book junkies I'm pretty much over, other than my physical books that I'm really bad at reading. But I started reading Death Note. This is very accurate because I knew that you read Death Note in general, but like manga, I can't say G's, it's part of my speech impediment. But I knew you read it backwards. This is forward in English, backwards in Japanese. I'm so tired right now. Yeah, so I conveniently read it backwards for this version, but I still read it this way. So I was reading it this way, and I read 50 pages or so. I read like a good, like, they don't have numbers on them, but I read like at least like this much. So yeah, I have some books to read for the thing. I don't have my TBR in front of that. I was going to make that probably tonight. That was probably the goal. But maybe I'll film that and just pretend like it's later. But I've been doing really well. Question is, where is she going to go next? Oh, she stopped climbing. Okay, I'm surrendering. I am not going to film this video tonight. I'm going to bear and grin it tomorrow. Welcome to the reading rush. Hello and welcome. This is my totally together life. It's 2 a.m. I've been sleepy. I also realized it's also probably not just the heat. I remember making a smoothie with a lot of caffeine at like 10 o'clock at night because I just like caffeine, and I think that might have been it. I will see you in the morning. Hello, it is morning and this is fun. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning, so I am slightly more awake than I was last time you saw me. I have this thing. Can you see it? Whoa. So, eating when you're not allowed to eat anything is very, very difficult because I'm not supposed to have sugar, like even fruit, which is just so frustrating because, like, you never expect a doctor to be like, you can't eat fruit, it's bad for you. But it is bad for me. So, I have a little bit of banana and I have a tiny bit of dates, which is cheating, but it's with like coffee and stuff, and then I will hopefully feel a little bit more awake and alive in this world. I can't eat it right. I can't write dry. You can't drink it without getting it on your lips, so I'm trying to do it real sexy. Today probably going to read Deadly Class. Excited. This is about a bunch of kids that are children of like assassins and dictators and stuff in the 80s, and they are going to school together because that sounds like a smart idea. It became a TV show, and this is where the cover is from. However, it got canceled before I watched it because I got it at BookCon freely. So I'm disappointed because I wanted it to stay on. It might be crap. I don't know. I think I watched a trailer for it. Didn't look like the best thing, but I was still hyped for it. Then we have Red Sister. This is Christine from the other Christine that reads, and I feel really bad because I've had this for like 3 weeks now and I haven't started it. So I have to finish it this week because I was reading it and like I love like annotating things to myself and just like laughing and making inside jokes while reading, and I'm like, I think I'm so funny. But we just found out through Margaret, the word nerd, that we literally live like 2 blocks away from each other. It's insane. So I was like, we can be friends. But like I thought like we did connect really like immediately when we like met. But I was like, this might be awkward meeting someone. So how about we like write in books together and then exchange them? And both of her was books because I don't own any books that people would want to read other than classics. But she does read classics, so I guess we could do. But anyways, but she's already done A Winter's Promise, which I can't wait to read. And I haven't done Red Sister yet because I'm just slow. And I'm really bad at reading physical books. Anyways, this is about a bunch of assassin nuns, and it's wonderful. I think it's grimdark, which is wonderful. I don't know if I feel like that mood. I've just read a bunch of like middle grade, but I'm reading Deadly Class, so I feel like that's more dark too. And I read the beginning of Death Note. I think that was actually the beginning. If I might, I feel like a little bit like frustrated going into it now. And I also have Reaper at the Gate, which is also definitely more a dark novel. It is the 3rd book in an Ember in the Ashes series. I was like, is there an official title or is it just the first novel? I feel like that's such a weird thing, which I like consumed. I didn't expect to love it because a lot of like, I feel really bad saying this, but a lot of like really novels that are hyped up on BookTube I don't love because I find that my tastes are different because I prefer character driven and just like I don't love like angsty romance and like all of that. So a lot of times when people get really hyped up about it, I'm like more conscious about it. But then I really, really liked it, even though it started off like really too fast for myself. Like it really dove into a lot of things, and there's scenes from that first novel, especially, and even the second novel, that just are ingrained into my brain. Like I remember the wording of it. And what else? I also want to read Coraline today. I think I've been wanting to read a lot. I guess it is very dark day. And then I'm gonna do some writing. I might go and find a free library to do some course planning and stuff like that because I'm helping run a retreat that's centered on like spiritual, just like thoughtfulness and quietness, which is a good thing. And I'm also helping with kind of expressing ourselves through writing during that. So I'm really excited to be able to talk to a bunch of people about just like writing and quietness and like reflectiveness and like just kind of getting more in tune, because one of my favorite things is just being able to help people who aren't drawn to writing really learn to express themselves through writing. And this is the counseling part of me coming out, but I think that is like something that I really want to incorporate in my life, is being able to, my two loves, like people and love and all of that mixed with writing and language, and how even if you're not drawn to artistumness, you can totally bring that out, and poetry or just simple like prose can unlock things in your brain that you're not even thinking about. And I know that I'm a much more well-adjusted person because of that. So not that I'm that well-adjusted to begin with, but I'm really excited about that. It's something that like I would love to be able to do in the future, but it's hard. It's hard to do a lot of creative things like that when you don't have like a backing. But I'm able to do this as a quiet thing. I'm helping out another person when they're trying to like set this up and see if it's something they're wanting to do. They're going into like life coaching and stuff. So I'm really excited about that, and this is way too long. So that is my day. I'm going to be doing all of this. I'm going to try to get outside, which is just hard. I don't go outside that much. And I really, really need to film the POC-a-thon, and I want to film a few other videos. I'm really behind on wanting to film my favorites and stuff like that. So let's do this.
It's hard when you're deciding if you're ready for a first time. But YouTube plunged me in. It told me that I was too old now to have my friend's Spotify play in the background. The copyright would come after me, and I had to grow up, and it was a hard day.
So the heat has abated, and it is now super, super raining outside. It's not quite as this very second, but it was like pouring like really loudly, and I think we're gonna get thunder and stuff because that's what happens when it's really hot. I started Deadly Class. I was really dumb because it was supposed to be the one I read in Holland Place, and I read it on my bed. I read it here, and I also read it in I was gonna call her my sister, my roommate's room. So I have been adventuring. I didn't expect, it starts with a guy on a street, and it has a really cool writing style, and there's something that like, and I really like this quote, and it says, "But it's not the cold keeping me awake tonight, it's the dreams of sunshine." And just this is a tiny bit graphic if you're sensitive, so just warning. And this is like the coolest piece ever, because the black and white shows that it's a part of a flashback, which I super love, but it's him sleeping on the pavement and then his thoughts, and I really like this thing. And it's talking about mental health representation in the 1980s and how that led to suicide. So it is definitely something that I didn't know was in there. I knew there were some warnings, but I wasn't aware of that exactly, so just in case you're picking it up. But so far it has some really cool dialogue and conversation, and I like the simplicity but also the cool language. For instance, another one was like these shiverings of memories, these something of memories. I think that Rick Remender has a very cool and yet simplistic way of writing. It reminds me of a lot of graphic novel artists that have a good way of combining simplicity with beautiful language. Even I was reading Spider-Man, and even Stan Lee did this way back in the 60s. And a line from here that I just really thought illustrated his beautiful and yet simplistic writing is, "Holding on to these splinters of memories, as if someone is going to find it when I'm gone, and give a blank about who I was." So we are going to pretend like it is totally before midnight at this point, because I didn't realize until like 11:40 that this was a thing, and then I was like, oh crap, I have to do this. I have to find all the things, and then I had to actually like watch the video to be explained, because for some reason I didn't clue in that Chloe was a host. So then when I saw the video, I didn't check, because I don't watch all the videos the day of, because that's a lot of videos. But anyways, I get to draw a character. And if you know me, you know that my greatest skill in life is drawing. It's just above everything else. I just want to be an artist. And yeah, so I'm going to also welcome to the first time ever that I've been standing in a video. that I'm not like outside of my room. And I think this is the most bookshelves you've ever seen. Like there's a lot of bookshelves shown off. And yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna do a thing. You're supposed to have 30 seconds to do it. I use my phone as my camera, so that's not really possible. I'm broke, so I'm just gonna spin around and I'm gonna pick a book. I'm probably gonna try to pick one from down there because these are all my classic books, which have a little bit more spotty on whether I've read them or not, and probably you don't know who they are. So, dun, 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 dun. Dancing is also one of my skills. This is gonna be recorded. Okay, I know these ones less. Oh, this is small and broken spine. Oh, I think I might have grabbed this from. Okay, this is a book that I don't know. It's Sharpe's thing. I picked it up because it's the same guy who wrote The Last Kingdom. Knew it because I don't have a lot of mass market paperbacks because I don't love them. Okay, dancing around again. Ooh, Dear Martin, this is fun. I probably should have guessed. It's a floppy new book. I should have known that. Anyways, ready? He realizes. Okay, that's Justice. The name is also the next one. His Hey Just. So, it's great. He's, we can see how well I'm going to recreate this man. It's going to be amazing. Okay. First of all, we have legs. He is advantaged because he is a man who has 2 legs. And then it's a proportionally wide and also large neck. And then you just do this, which his neck goes into his head, which is a little bit disconcerting. Like you wouldn't really expect that to happen. It's just kind of part of his charm, and like his skull is slightly off as well. And then you have this. Like I have an advantage because my mother has incredibly curly hair, so I'm very good at drawing curly hair. I don't know if his hair is ever specified, but he has kind of like, I'm just assuming that he has a nice afro, at least if he doesn't have braids in. And then actually this is proportionally good for me because I did it a little bit. Whoa. Look at that. He's smiling. Depending on when you're in the novel, he'll be smiling a little bit more. And then we got a little bit more arm. I think that we're coming up on the 30 seconds. Okay. Legs. Those thick legs that the girls all fight over. He's also a little skinny. You might need to find a doctor about that. And then hands are very important. There always wear mitts in my things because mitts are much easier than fingers. And that's my little Justice. I think that he is just a man. He might even have some like scrubble. I could see him having some scrubble. Give him some definition on his face. As you can tell, artistic skill is one of my just my fortes in life. My other siblings are all very talented in this. It's actually a point of contention. It's because I'm the person who is the most artistically driven, and yet I am the person who has the least artistic skill. It is a little bit horrific and unfortunate. If I could dance or sing, I would. I really, really would. I can do like dramatic arts, and I actually used to be part of a troupe. Part of a troupe. I can talk. And I performed until my family told me that that's not what you do with your life and to take a science class. So I took a science class. Yeah, it was hard. Anyways, this is way too long for the proposed thing. So we're gonna just move on, and it's probably going to be the last of tonight. So I did not finish any books, did not have success in this. I am gonna go try to film a POC-a-thon, readathon, 24 hours later. Anyways, goodbye, and I will see you tomorrow. I did it. I filmed my POC-a-thon announcement, and just feels an accomplishment that I don't think I'll ever live up to again. this will be a wrap on day 1 of the reading rash, and I hope you have a fantastic night, and you already had a fantastic night probably when you see this. And I'm just gonna casually post like 3, maybe 4 videos today. Wow, I do not have a big enough viewer count for this. Anyways, farewell.